We shall get victory for all those involved. We shall get victory.
I stand with SCLC. I stand with the NAACP. The Nation of Islam, we stand with our people, with our victim that has been murdered. What we are calling for, the Justice or Else Coalition. We're calling for an economic boycott starting this Friday of the Louisiana Mall. That's what we are calling for. And we're not going to stop, as Brother Mike McCanahan, president of the NAACP, said, until we get justice. And that's all I have to say at this time. But let's withhold our money starting this Friday. Don't spend anything at the Mall of Louisiana. Thank you.
Say your name, sir.
Abdul Rashid Muhammad, local representative of the Nation of Islam.
At this time, my name is Gary Chambers, publisher of the Rouge Collection here in Baton Rouge. At this time, we will begin to take a few questions. We will not supply the family at this time because of the emotional toll that it is taking on the family. But what we do want to be understood is there's a unified front. We have elected officials here. We have people from the faith-based community. We have nonprofit leaders here. We have people in Baton Rouge that are demanding for justice. This is not a place of division. This is not a place where we are trying to pit all of our community against police officers. We understand that all police officers is not bad, but this must be answered for. It should not take national attention for us to get an answer about a man being murdered by police officers, and then for officers to pull a gun out of his pocket, for officers to shoot him at point blank range, and then we not have anything from our chief of police, from our mayor, is a disservice to the people of East Baton Rouge Parish, and we will not stand for it. So with that being said, if there are a few questions, we will take it, and we will start with national media first. Any questions?
What else do you know about the police body cameras? What else can you tell us about the police body cameras?
As far as what we have been told by the police department is that the body cameras fell off of them. They have not released any footage to us as of yet. There's supposedly dash cam video as well, but we have not seen dash cam video or police body cam video. The video from the surveillance video of the store clerk was taken by the police officers. That video footage has also not been released. They took the store owner's video camera and his video recorder from the store. We do not understand why they took the video recorder. That is a question for us, because the store clerk should still be able to watch what is happening at his store. And so State Representative Denise Marcel has led with body cameras, and she's going to have conversations leading forward as results to finding out how do we get answers for what is going on with the body cam footage. Mark?
What's y'all's next course of action?
We are going to set a meeting, a community meeting for this afternoon so that we can be on the same page. We want all of our faith-based leaders, all of our people who care, black, white, whatever your belief or ethnicity is. We believe that this is a Baton Rouge issue, and we need to come together as a city and say that this is not going to stand in our community. They say that Baton Rouge is a tale of two cities. We have seen that that is true. Now it's time for us to begin to figure out how do we move forward, and how quickly are we going to get our resolve together to do so.
Denise Marcel, do you believe Kip Holden and Chief Dowdy should step down?
Well, what I believe is they should come forth and give us some answers to the questions that we've been asking since yesterday. In fact, I emailed the chief on yesterday asking that the Louisiana State Police or an external investigation be done so that it would not have the appearance of any conflict of interest. However, I was told that that wasn't going to happen. What I believe is this community deserves an answer. I don't believe that they should have waited this long to give us the answers that we're asking for. And let me just say, the sooner that you come out with something, then you can set the rest of the people in the community. If you don't do that, then people continue to have questions, and as many videos that come out, the worse it's going to get. So yes, I'm calling upon them to come out and give us some direct answers, or charge the officer, give us some information. We need to get a rest in the community, and I'm calling on them to unify this community, and it is up on the mayor, president of this parish to do so, and also the chief of police.
let me go ahead, sir.
Do y'all believe there's any truth to what the police are saying? Do you think they're making it all behind the curtain?
What have they said? Exactly.
You've heard from police.
We haven't heard a clear explanation of why these officers fired their weapons on this gentleman, and so that's why we're here, because it shouldn't take so long to get an answer from our police department. Yes, sir.
Question for Mr. Jordan. Have you talked to the family about if Mr. Sterling had purchased a weapon recently, or if he had a weapon on him when he was out there?
No, look, and let me say this to you. I don't know the answer to that question, but it is irrelevant. If you look at the video, it certainly speaks for itself. Mr. Sterling was not reaching for a weapon. He looks like a man who's trying to get his head up, who's actually fighting for his life, a life that ended immediately thereafter, almost as if he knew what was about to happen. So the video certainly speaks for itself. Mr. McClanahan wants to speak to that as well.
Now, as police officers, they're trained. They're trained for any and every scenario. You know, they're trained. You cannot tell me that those officers have not been trained how to go up on the scene with a gentleman that may and may not have a weapon. They're trained. But be that as it may, even if they weren't trained, two guys had him down by his arm. I could take candy from a baby. These guys did not want to take a gun from him until he was dead, because that was on their mind. I promise you, evidence will show when they arrived on the scene, they had shooting somebody on their mind, because the gun came out too fast. My trainer would kick in and say, well, let me talk to you first. Let me use deception so I can knock you down and put the handcuffs on you, whatever it may be. They did none of that. The only thing they had on their mind was to kill this guy. Not only did they kill him, they walked over, shouted some obscene stuff, and said, don't call the ambulance, whatever it was. They would not do animals like that. So I tell you what, if these guys have that type of mentality, they do not need to be sitting home on administrative paid leave. They need to be sitting in parish prison on paid leave, getting their minds right for their day of reckoning.
Ms. Marcel, how concerned are you about the failure of police body cameras in this case? I mean, did it seem that they fell off rather easily? Do you think, I mean, that's an ineffective...
Let me answer that.
Well,
we don't know if they fell off or they was taken off.
Right.
What's
That's what
important
the
is that
police-
we have a video that's showing you what happened, and we see an individual that's being assassinated in front of us. And one thing about these cameras, because we're all saying about the cameras, Eric Garner had the clearest cameras ever, and they still did not indict or hold those police officers responsible. We want these individuals held responsible, because this has become a common thread across America, but it's one that we would not stand for here in Baton Rouge. So we are definitely here to ask them to be transparent, make sure that they show us everything, and if the cameras did fell off, then where is that footage that led up until they fell off? So we should see the cameras dangling. We want to see all of that. We want it step by step to make sure that they're not lying, because they have been known to lie. So that's what we are.
Well, to answer your question, I was told that by the chief of police that both body cams fell off in a tussle. However, I did not see that on the video. So if that happened, and he's saying that it's a defect in the body cameras, what I'm saying is we don't need to use those body cameras anymore. So let's outfit our police officers in body cams that don't fall off, because they're using them throughout the nation and they're not falling off other officers' uniforms. So what I will call upon him to do is immediately stop using those body cameras, number one.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
On yesterday. It was yesterday afternoon. After I sent him an email, he called me back requesting that the state police come in. So he did call me back, and that's when he said that the body cams had fallen off, and the footage, they had some footage, but the footage wasn't very clear. And so the footage that we have that's good is from the store. And so again, I think a lot of the unrest is in the fact that we do have a video at the store. And why haven't they released that video? I don't understand that. And why haven't they given us some indications of where this investigation is going or will be leading to? Those are some of the questions that I'm asking. Also, one of the other things that came up on the body camera commission, where I chair, is that whether or not an officer should be able to view that body cam prior to making his statement. I was told yesterday that he had not given his statement yet. They were giving him time to get with his lawyer. That also concerns me.
Yeah.
That also concerns me.
What did the chief say about your request to have a state police investigation?
He said that the state police probably would not want to take over the investigation because they had gathered a lot of the information at the scene and talked to a lot of the witnesses. And what I said to the chief is, going forward, we should never have another situation like this. We should have a memorandum of understanding with the Louisiana State Police where the Baton Rouge City Police backs up from this type of incident and allow them to come in initially and make those investigations transparent. And that's what I'm calling for, transparency.
Let me take a few moments to allow Ms. Sandra Sterling, the aunt who raised Alton Sterling, to speak to you guys for a few moments.
Hello, my name is Sandra Sterling. I'm the aunt of Alton. I raised him. I'm just not pleased at what I saw. I was out there the day of, and I was actually out my body for a couple of days. I actually really saw this video at 4 o'clock this morning. I was very disturbed and I was hurt at what I saw. It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing that happened to him. And he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. And I commend the person that finally bought that video up, because had she not bought it up, we would have been blinded. We never would have known what really happened. By those cameras being lost, it was that video that made us realize what really happened that particular night. And I applaud that person that bought that video out, because it shed light on everything that we didn't know. We was blinded. I have to say.
Do any of you know who captured that video?
No, we don't know. It was somebody posted it to Facebook, but we're thankful that they did. I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
I guess given the timeliness and how long it's taken for the police, do you believe they're saying now? Do you trust it as you bring this?
No. We do not trust the police department at this stage at all. They have not given us reason to trust them. When trust is a relationship-based thing, it is a communication between us and a communication between them. We have not had that communication from them to us. Therefore, there has been no trust established as it relates to this situation. Yes, sir. We will address each issue as it comes up. Right now, we want to stick to the issue.
Let me say something. Let me just say this to you briefly, and I don't want to dismiss your question, but let me say this to you. Everybody here has fought on criminal justice reform, and we've all said it's not just about sentencing reform; it's about community policing. So, if nothing else, this is going to be one of the conversations that we're going to have as how the police interacts with every community in Baton Rouge, but certainly the communities in North Baton Rouge. So look, but that's where we're going.
Hold tight. All right, listen, we're not going to take any more questions, but we will say that there's a vigil tonight at 6 o'clock at Triple S Food Mart at the corner of Fairfields and Foster.
All right, we're going to break away from this very emotional news conference held by the family of Alton Sterling, a man who was shot and killed by police in front of a convenience store under somewhat suspect circumstances. I want to bring in Tom Fuentes, our senior